Hello.
Hello.
No picture from you, bub.
Oh God, what is going on with my picture?
Chatsky, hello. I see we've got some Universes Beyond enjoyers in chat today.
Hello.
We've got some Universes Beyond enjoyers. Murphy said, can't wait my Powerpuff Girls pre-con to bust your Batman deck.
Nice.
And I said, bro, if my Toyotathon deck can get to Black Friday, I'm gonna win. That's a new condition like City's Blessing.
Got it.
Ooh,
Double
Kurt, that's a
Whoppers,
good
ground
point.
beef.
Yeah, my double whopper's not going to be able to block your ponies, actually, now on second thought.
Oh, God.
I forgot about the flying ponies. What's up, True? I'm glad that we got the True Miss Popo in chat today. Good to see you.
Good.
Chat, we're going to build some spider decks.
Oh, yeah.
I got a poll going right now. Get your vote in. Smash that like button. Brody, what's up? Zachio. Quantum, hey, good to see you, Quantum.
What's up, folks? Good to see all of you today.
Man, it's so funny. There's actually going to be a SpongeBob Commander deck. People say that, and it still reads as a joke in my head. Still seems like a joke. Get your votes in. I'm not seeing much change here. We've been hovering at nearly 70% of you having voted for Venom to go first. So what we're going to do is analyze him as a hero in Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Really annoying in Marvel Rivals. I'll say that. Anybody who's a good Venom in that game.
Venom!
Yeah. He's a very strong character in there.
It's
all
looking
right,
like
there we go. Now I got chat pulled up. What's up, everybody? Ben, Kirknall, Zach G,
Ben in the
PJ.
Netherlands. We know we got some
Tom
homies
is
in the
here.
Netherlands. Good to see you.
What's up, Brody? What's up, Blake? What's up, Cellshade? Kirknall.
I could never get
Good
the
to see all
swing
of
and
you.
dive down well enough to be a Venom main.
Yeah.
I like
tried
to
him
be a
couple
tanky,
times.
walk right into him boy, so Doctor Strange works perfectly for me.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is really good. It's a pretty good character. I like that character.
Chat, we didn't come here today to discuss Marvel Rivals, though we could. We could definitely just sit here and talk Marvel Rivals. Jake, I actually just hit, I am now officially a Grandmaster Rocket Raccoon. I hit Grandmaster 3. So,
Is
Old
that like a
man's-
lord?
old
Or is
man
like
still got it. That's
that
about as
like a-
high of a rank as me as a casual is going to achieve or could hope to achieve, really.
Is that like above lord then? It's like you've got your lord avatar and you go above that, or how does it work?
The next one up gets me the special like avatar or banner or whatever.
Oh, so you're like the one right before. Oh, it's ranked play. Got it. Okay,
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. Marvel Rivals ranks. Now
Oh,
this
I
is a
haven't
Marvel
played-
Rivals stream.
I see. I have not played any ranked of this game.
I don't know why that's not opening correctly.
I've only played like casual, so
Oh yeah, this
I get what
game
you're
is
saying.
this game's got a. I just love ranked. I'm a ranked baby. Yeah, it's under Celestial. Celestial's kind of like. I don't think I'm good enough to be Celestial.
gotcha. Okay.
Y'all, we're gonna build Venom, Deadly Devourer. We just got these spoiled last weekend as part of an IGN article. Jake and I have covered these in a video. Go check that out if you want sort of our full review and thoughts of this first look at the Spider-Man cards. Chat has voted. We're starting with Venom. Let's read this card. Not you,
I'm not
Spider-Man.
surprised that we're starting with Venom because Venom is the better of the two cards. in my opinion, it's a better
agree.
card of
Yeah.
the two.
Yeah,
Like,
we agree on that.
More
Of
going
all the
on,
Legends options, probably the strongest. The grouping as it was were not the most advanced designs we've ever seen. They were all fine designs. Nothing wrong with any of them. Just sort of rudimentary, sort of baseline.
got it.
And this one I think gives us the most to play with. And then the Spider-Man one will be we'll get to play with some cards that we wouldn't normally play with, is basically how that build's going to go, I think.
Yeah. Here, I'll jump on the Mox field with you that I can add stuff as well.
Yeah, please do. Let's
should we just make it mean? What budget are we giving ourselves? I think we should make it mean.
Yeah, I think we build the most optimized version we can. You know, we're not going to go too hard. Let's focus on cards that'll be good in Venom and not like, let's put, you know, Deadly Rollick, right? That'll probably make the deck, but that's not where we're trying to start. Let's fill it up with as many Venom cards as we can, but I do think, yeah, let's make it mean. Let's optimize the thing. Do you mean like making this like a Voltron Infect thing, or are you just like make it the most optimized version of what we got here?
No, I mean, like, for example, I just put Doubling Season in. I'm putting in Branching Evolution.
Got you. Let's open up Venom and look at him real fast. Venom Deadly Devourer is a green, a black, and 2 for a legendary symbiote villain.
Mm-hmm.
Just for you Marvel fans out there, I'm hoping that means that we are going to have more of the full story represented. Like maybe Null on a card would be sick as hell. If you don't know who Null is like a cosmic, he's the creator, he's the progenitor of the symbiotes and like insanely powerful high level Marvel villain. Anyway, symbiote villain, vigilance and
also
menace.
Looks cool. Did you say that?
No.
I mean, he really does look cool.
Oh yeah. Most of the symbiote stuff looks pretty cool. They were like, what if Spider-Man was scary when they first started drawing all this stuff? I was like, yeah, it looks cool. It's great.
I do like Dom's edition of Mind Crank. I think that card is going to do wonderful things in this deck. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player puts that many cards from the top of their library into their graveyard.
All right, let me read the whole command.
Massive.
Vigilance, Menace, 4/4. It's got an activated ability of 3. And Jake, we can sink mana into this. There's no tap here. So as much as we've got maybe any sort of like activated ability reducers, if that exists. Don't have to go too heavily into that, but it's notable. Exile target creature card from a graveyard, and when you do, put X 1/1 counters on target symbiote, where X is the exiled card's toughness. So, pretty straightforward. As Jake has said with his, I'm putting in things like Branching Evolution, Doubling Season. We're looking at +1/+1 counters for sure. X +1/+1 counters on target symbiote, where X is the exiled card's toughness. Jake, that says target symbiote. That doesn't say on Venom, so could we make all of our creatures symbiotes? Any changelings we could be dumping counters on?
Yeah, we could do changelings. We could put Maskwood Nexus in here or something like that if we want to go that direction. There is part of me that's like, we just take this Voltron, but no, I really do think it's important to have a lot of other creatures in the deck to support. So
absolutely. I mean, black market connections automatically, just on the merit of we can add a changeling onto the board that we can then dump tokens on. I mean, dump counters on. Also plays with the token strategy that we've already got going. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, we could do black market connections.
Bloodline Pretender has to do with +1 counters.
Are there any other green enchantments? Oh, we're probably going to want to do a Hardened Scales, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty deep
if
list. If
one or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control, put that many +1/1/1 counters. That seems like a good spot to go.
There's a pretty deep list of +1 counter stuff in green, especially that we could do. Inspiring Call, Jake, something like that.
Inspiring Call, dude. I love Phyrexian Dreadnought. Oh my god.
Yeah, cards like that. The trick cards for Venom, those are the ones that I really want to find. I have seen Phyrexian Dreadnought bouncing around some lists of this. I think it's a great way to do it. See, things like this, Jake, Changeling Outcast. It's got Changeling can't block and can't be blocked. So as we're removing things and all of our +1 counters are dumping on there, we're creating an unblockable symbiote with our Changeling Outcast. Also, not gonna lie, the art of Changeling Outcast, pretty thematic. Pretty on flavor here. All hail. All hail.
What up, Remlap? Says y'all rock. Well, we appreciate you.
That's your 10th super on the channel. I don't know if you knew that, but it's telling us that.
I'm not seeing Finn the Fangbearer as being good in here. Death Touch, whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. I don't think we need it, chat. What am I missing about that? Yeah, I'm just going to remove that card.
I think that Dom and Jank are onto something here. we should pull all the +1 counter cards, and I think some of the +1 counter cards are going to get chopped off the bottom of the list, like best to worst. Obviously, we'll chop them off from the bottom because we're going to want more like mind crank effects, stuff that's going to dump everybody's graveyard in, so that we're constantly having targets.
So then, do we want like Altar of the Brood?
Oh yeah.
We do, right?
Yeah, dude. At least in version 1, like while we're just putting a bunch of piles of cards together and being like, these are our +1 counter things. These are our graveyard things.
Yeah, because it is permanent. Yeah, that counts lands. Oh, big fat cycling creatures.
Oh, that's crazy. We've never seen a better place for Formless Genesis. A 3/2 for a Changeling Shapeshifter sorcery. Create an XX shapeshifter with Changeling and Death Touch, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. So as we're like self-milling and milling, we're going to be able to make a big symbiote. Changelings actually really flavor well with Venom and symbiotes. I hadn't thought too much about it. I was just like, oh yeah, you'll be able to do some tricks, but it's cute.
Yeah, I like Titaneth Rex or Rex chat. I think that's good. I saw Jank say it, and now Zach G. We got it in there. Being able to cycle away in 11/11 is fucking fantastic.
It's so good, dude.
It's very good.
Any creature, Void Beckoner, Titanoth Rex. Oh my god, Jake, is that Corona? Death Corona? Do we have a commander deck that we can actually run Death Corona in?
Oh my god.
Have we come full circle on the main?
Space Godzilla?
Yeah, dude. Is that
Space
a thing,
Godzilla
Chad?
Death Corona. Cycle it away. Whenever you cycle it, put a Death Touch counter on a creature. You cycle away at 8/8 for 3.
Bro, Menace
Yeah,
Death Touch? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So like Hardened Scales probably does leave just because it's not like okay, so Branching Evolution. If one or more 1/1 counters would be put on creature you control twice that many. Okay, so branching is
That
obviously
seems
great.
right. I would
Doubling
say
is
that's
obviously
higher
great.
enough on the list, impactful
So
enough.
Hardened Scales is just putting an extra 1, so that's probably worth
Right.
removing.
Right.
Okay,
Unless we are like, if that ability somehow is triggering constantly, you know, like maybe twice per turn, we're going to be able to do this more than likely once, so that we can also cast some other stuff. Activated ability gets copied. Is that a thing?
I do like Mezorb too.
Chad, if we copy an ability that specifically had to remove a creature card from a graveyard, if we copy that, we don't have to remove another creature card from the graveyard, right? Because that's already been fulfilled in the abilities on the stack. Am I thinking of that correctly, Judge? Or do we also, if we're copying the activated ability of Venom, let's go look at it. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. Okay, so it does say it at the top. So if I'm copying that, I feel like I'm copying all of it. So we would need 2 target creature cards in graveyards to hit here. Not that that's a problem, just trying to make sure that I'm not willy-nilly copying this activated ability without knowing what I'm getting into. Something to think about there.
Lithoform Engine. I want to read this. Why don't I know this card?
Oh, regenerate. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I have pulled all of the...
Oh, copy target activated or triggered ability? Yeah, that's good.
Something like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. But the question is then, does it copy this piece as well? And we have to exile another creature card? Or does it... I think we would. I think we would have to. Because I feel like it's going to copy this whole thing, and it even says when you do. So. Everything after the colon.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, Tree of Perdition is interesting. Exchange target opponent's life total with this creature's toughness. It's not bad. It's an interesting choice. I do think that this deck wants what is the 1 black 1 other enchantment that came out of Modern Horizons 3 that everybody likes? It mills your stuff and you can get something back.
Threads of tears of
no
pull of... I can picture it. It's got a big skull with yellow eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ripple of,
Ripple.
thank you.
Yeah, Ripples of Undeath. I think this deck wants that.
Probably so. Okay, Jake, I went through all of the creature type changelings, or all of the shapeshifters with changeling on them that are worth possibly running. They can definitely be chopped out, but I put all of them in here that are worth running, even potentially. Oh my god, these cycling creatures in here, I love this. God, I love that. This deck is actually interesting to me now, all of a sudden. I was not interested in this one at all.
No, he's cool. I like Venom. These are like my colors, and it's doing a lot of things that I like to do.
Yeah,
which is pretty neat.
Plus, it's a little aggro, so it's a little bit different for you. So it gives you, yeah, I mean, maybe Venom's a good deck for you, man. This would be a good one that's like, it's doing a lot of things you like to do, but also adding sort of a win strategy, game strategy that's not 100% what you typically do. Man, dumping counters on like Skeletal Changeling and it's able to regenerate, that seems so attractive to me. Especially with things like Phyrexian Dreadnought in this deck.
Yeah.
If we can one-timer
I have
10-10.
2 Dreadnoughts, so there's part of me that's like, I just want to run it because
hell
I
yeah.
can
Dude,
throw
no,
a Dreadnought in it.
It's a great inclusion, because if you go this route, say you've got Venomous Changeling on the board, you just want to one-timer that thing with like 8/8, and suddenly you've got a 9/11. Oh, that's not good. Let's talk about Grave Shifter.
Let me ask you this, Joel. How do
Make it
you
a
feel
10-10.
about Heartstone? Heartstone, three cost artifact activated abilities of creatures cost 1 less to activate. Do we like it enough for it to be main deck?
Oh man, it's so right on the line, isn't it?
I mean, obviously, if it reduced by 2, we'd be like,
oh,
well,
100%. Bro,
right? I'm kind of.
I would put it on.
Mid
I
on
would
it,
definitely
but
put it in the sideboard for now.
It.
I'm gonna drop it in the sideboard for now, because I do think it's very interesting.
I mean, because we know we're gonna get Venom, so we know that we're gonna want something that reduces its cost.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I like it in the sideboard, and we'll come back and take a look at it.
Sort EDH Rec. Oh my god, dude! Breach the Multiverse has a finisher card in here. It has each player mill 10, so it fills our other stuff too. Plus, we get creatures. I saw Blight Widow with Sir Conrad came up first when I searched the next phrase we need to look at, which is each player mills. Definitely agree this belongs in there.
Are you adding it? You want me to add it?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. I've got each player mills pulled up here if you want to take a peek at these with me. Something like Unseal the Necropolis. Each player mills 3, then return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. This is worth it, right, chat? As a one-timer effect is 3 from each player, so 12 cards total. That seems worth it.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to add?
Wait, is it from your graveyard? No, it's from our graveyard.
I'm the usual suspects, like 3 visits, and then I'm going to add...
Sure.
What are the other ones? 3 visits, and then do we care about Kadama's Reach or Cultivate? Or
no, go with the other 2 mana
we...
ones. Search up the other forest stuff first, because you're going to have enough dual lands in this to go get green-black. Sky Shroud would work. Nature's Lore is the other one. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what it is.
Sky Shroud would be worth it. Go get 2 forests.
Yeah.
I also think, I mean, God, I wish we had some, like, are there any mana dorks that are changelings? I don't think I saw any. Farseek.
And then we should also think, because we're going to be putting counters on Venom and we don't want Venom to die, we probably want to run like a couple like Snakeskin Veil type effects that allow us to...
That's what I was talking about. Go look up like a Inspiring Call, I think is what it's called. I'm looking at these each player mills stuff right now. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each player mills 3 cards. Yeah, for sure. Ozolith.
Ozolith is in there already.
Yeah. Y'all are building my deck, LOL. I'm gonna have to have a Venom deck, right? Right. Oh, Venom MTG.
Oh, Venom, what up, man? Good to see you.
I would assume that you are doing something wrong.
Oh.
If you don't.
The Ozolith. You're right. We have Ozolith, the Shattered Spire, but we actually want the Ozolith.
Oh, yes.
No, I don't want this one. I don't want this one. I want Ugh. There we go. Just give me the Ozolith. I don't want all of these reskins. There we go. Geez, the Ozolith is that expensive? I have a couple copies of that.
BuzzFuzz said, Jake, will you look that one up? Please add Amzu Swarms Hunger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, this deck is getting made, dude. This deck is chugging right along.
I feel like Venom holds a sort of body and mind to have that player put the top 10 cards of their library into their graveyard. Especially with Menace.
A deck to run sort of body and mind, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, dude. Makes him a Vigilance, Menace, Pro Green, Pro Blue. Shoo-wee.
Yeah, we'll do Autumn's Veil. I like that. Summer
Oh,
Veil.
rad counters are kind of interesting.
We'll just add stuff. Illusionist Bracers.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now is piling up cards.
Oh, Innkeeper's Talent is so good. I love that card. Why is this not coming up? Innkeeper. What am I spelling? Oh. 2 N's. Jesus, Jake. It's like, why is this not working? I mean, the deck looks honestly pretty fun so far.
Binding of the I'm just going to put it in for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Target
Amzu,
player,
whenever
target
one or
player.
more cards leave your graveyard, you may put a 1/1 black and green insect creature token, then put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the greatest mana value. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Boon of Erebos. Unlikely aid without weakness.
5 mana. Each player mills 2 cards, then you put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
Mm-hmm.
I've already gotten all of the each, right?
I want to look at Boon of Erebos.
Oh my gosh. This card is called Shared Trauma. Nobody's going to pay into it, but starting with you, each player may pay any amount of mana. Each player puts the top X cards of their library into their graveyard, where X is the total amount of mana you paid this way. So it's essentially 1 black and X. Because you're going to be the only one doing this, but... let me take it over to EDH where I can just see tags, themes, find, mill. Where are you? Where are you? Here you are. Green, black. Oh, nice. Winter. So Winter is a green, black mill commander. So we should get some good cards. Yeah, Winter absolutely should probably go in the deck. Yeah, oh, dude. Here we go. Nyx Weaver. I knew I was going to find stuff.
Yeah. Nyx Weaver is really good. Yeah.
Nyx Weaver. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Sepulchre is actually pretty good in this, too.
Grizzly Salvage, Stitcher Supplier. I saw people saying these.
Lots of good suggestions.
Probably want to, at this point, just go ahead and toss in Crucible of Worlds, right?
Yeah, probably. Or if we want to go budget, which we're not doing, we could just go Ramen Up Excavator.
Whenever one or more cards are put into your graveyard from your library, each opponent loses 1 life for each card type among those cards. And then 5, whenever you unlock the store, mill 3 cards and return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's interesting.
Oops, we have 2 Sword of Body and Mind. Let me remove one of these.
Oh. Fine.
Why is there a the quantity of this card makes the deck illegal? What they're talking about?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's a Heartstone in the sideboard. My bad. Got it. We good.
Oh,
We
tender.
good. All right, so we have 56 cards so far. I'll start adding lands.
I was gonna say, you want to go ahead and put 38 lands in there?
Yeah. Should I be doing stuff like Overgrown Tomb and that kind of stuff, or should I just?
Let's build. I mean, if you're drawn to this deck, we should definitely lean towards how you want to structure it. That's fine with me. And I think that would be more powerful. So yeah, let's throw a couple game changers in there for sure. Here, I'll put the Verge in there for you.
What's the green? Oh,
That's awesome.
Shifting Woodland. What is the black-green Karlov Manor land? I forget what that's called.
Oh, just O:/Surveil. Type T:/land.
In Scryfall or?
You can, Moxfield is powered by Scryfall. So in there, you can type O:/Surveil T:/land.
Mm-hmm.
And
I found it.
It is called Underground Mortuary.
Underground Mortuary. Yeah, you got it.
Also really like the Arid Archway. But that's just me.
What does that one do?
It's a desert. It's irrelevant, actually. I've just been really liking it.
Do we want to run the black Connive land? Do we care about that? I don't think people have really been running that much, have they?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Lord of Extinction. Yeah, sure. We'll put that in there for now.
Type land is MDFC. I'm just going to go ahead and drop all these in there. That seems
that's
relevant.
a good idea.
That seems relevant. That is also good. I don't mind that, actually. Having Boggart Trawler in there, it says enters the exile target player's graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Having, like, if we do run into a graveyard deck with this, we don't want to fuel them. So having the ability to just, like, ace somebody's graveyard outright might actually be beneficial to us. Fell the Profane, Disciple of Freyalise.
Bajuka Bog as well. I wonder if it's worth it to run, like, a copy of Crop Rotation. Is that something worth it?
What land are you thinking of going and getting?
Just like, for example, like a Bajuka Bog, or if we wanted to go grab like a Wasteland or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Typically, I skip Crop Rotation unless it's central to the strategy. Like there's one land, like in that Omo deck, I definitely wanted to go get my Locust that made all Locusts tap for however many Locusts I have. And
yeah, like I always use it to go get Nesting Ground in winter. It's
exactly.
Like essential in there, you know?
So typically that's where I lean. If I'm going to put Crop Rotation in there, there's like exactly one land I want to go get, and I want to double my odds of doing that.
Is Nesting Grounds worth it? Move a counter from target permanent you control to another target permanent. Oh, but it's a counter, so no, not worth it. You want to go get Bazaar?
Oh, Buried Alive? Probably, right? Go get Phyrexian Dreadnought and whatever. Probably should also run Reanimate in this deck. Buried Alive.
Do we run Machias and Triskelion?
No, don't do it.
I'm wondering if Machias is actually good in here, though.
Sorting EDH Ruck here. Reload. Doom Whisper.
Whenever I see green black and it's a graveyard synergy, I'm always just like, Machias.
I love Price of Fame. Dude, there's so many. This card has gotten so much better in today's Commander ecosystem. Price of Fame is a 4-mana instant that costs 2 less if it targets a legend. And it just says destroy target creature, surveil 2.
Yeah,
Dog,
that's good.
There are so many legends past just commanders now, not to mention the fact that basically this just says kill their commander. I love that. I love that card. Also Dire Sight.
It's good. So I'm seeing some stuff that's destroying things. Seeing a lot of well, here, let me just add some swamps. So we have 1.
Oh, that's
7
crazy.
lands. So let's just do 16 swamps, 15 forests. Ugh.
Ooh, Dredge. I'm remembering
Yeah,
keywords
like-
now.
Yeah, like Golgari Grave Troll, you probably want Dakmor Salvage. You probably want
I put Life from the Loam
like
in there.
Stinkweed Imp.
Yeah, Stinkweed's not bad either.
Yeah, Stinkweed is
That's probably
kinda
good
wanna
there.
run that alongside
4
Golgari
Dredge cards in
Grave
there. It's not bad.
That's what I always like Entomb is go Entomb a Golgari Grave Troll. I mean, obviously we want to be milling our opponents as well, but if we have to, being able to mill ourselves is good as well, especially if we have a bunch of junk that we just want to use as discard or exile fodder for Venom. Do we want to run stuff like Birds of Paradise and like Llanowar Elf and that kind of thing?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got 28 creatures, and they're pretty well. I mean, we're gonna have to chop down creatures already, but I see some possible cuts in there. Are we full on lands? Did you add basics here?
Give me just a second. Add more.
Oh wait, hang on. I've got packages here. I can just add packages. Add sample land base.
Sure.
Here we go. Lands battle. Lands check. Lands crowd. Duels. Filters. Pains. And shocks. Alright, so that's a lot of the base, like the regular non-basics in there.
That's great. Great. I'm not seeing Burden.
Triomes. Well, I didn't. Okay, here, I'll just do this.
Sorry.
No, when I do the fetches, it does all of them because they're all technically mana neutral.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll start removing
I got it.
them.
Boom.
And
Boom.
yeah, we don't need to do all of them, but we can keep a few of them. It's fine.
Yeah, actually, we'll just keep the ones that can get stuff that we can use. Fetch. So Mesa's gone. Meyer can stay. Strand is gone. Flats can stay. Rainforest can stay. Delta can stay. Tarn
Tarn goes.
Verdant. Windswept. Yeah, we're good. Coolio. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Death Rate Shaman is pretty good too.
Type. Land. Sort. EDA truck. We'll go Command Tower. Exotic Orchard. Rogue's Passage works in here pretty well, I think. Ancient Tomb. Why not? Fabled. You think? I don't think we have to go as far as like City of Brass and Mana Confluence besiege you.
No, definitely not, because it's only two color, so we should be fine. Urborg and Yavimaya, do we care about those?
Nah. Karn's Bastion is good here.
Yeah.
I pretty much always like Tower. Pretty much always like Beacon. I'm gonna put Golgari just because we have so many MDFCs nowadays. I like the return.
I do too.
So I'm gonna put the bounce lands in here too. Golgari Raw Farm, Guildless Commons, and Carrot Archway.
Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, go ahead and click like and subscribe if it's your first time here and you think you're going to be back.
Okay, we have got quite a pile going. Our lands are at 40 with all of our MDFCs. We should probably just start by cutting 2 MDFCs, and that'll get... No, we're at 39 with our MDFCs.
Yeah, so we can cut a basic. We can cut a couple basics.
I
we don't have any basics.
I was going to say, I don't see any basics on this list, which means we don't need Fabled Passage.
No, hold on. We haven't put any basics in because we only have 32 lands total.
Right.
Oh, 39
but 39 including in our MDFCs. Unfortunately, those aren't searchable with our fetches, so we do need to do a little work on that.
All right. So let me work on the lands a little bit.
Spells you control can't be countered. Creatures you control can't be the targets of blue-black. I'm like, come on.
Oh, yeah. Exotic Orchard can go. Here, let's remove that guy. I don't care about that guy. And yeah, we'll cut Fabled Passage because we already have so many fetch lands. We'll remove that. We want to be able to grab some...
I think that's working.
Yeah.
Fabled Passage and no basics. That's true, Flex, bro. That's how we build over here. 5'9", what's up? That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Lithoform seems kind of expansive now. What is the oracle text of this? Beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this enchantment unless you tap an untapped creature you control. Creatures can attack you unless your controller pays. And our commander has vigilance, doesn't he? Yeah, our commander has vigilance. We don't care too much about that.
Okay, so we currently have 29 lands here. I'm going to add 2 forests and 2 swamps. Why am I not seeing the shit that I'm adding? Where are the forests? There we go. Add 1. And the swamps.
Yeah, 5'9" for sure. It's we're chopping. We're chopping.
This is pretty good though. All right, so yeah, mana base looks pretty good.
Okay, sweet.
We could cut an MDFC, maybe 2, because we're at 40 lands including those. So yeah, we could probably cut 2 MDFCs.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go Trawler to the sideboard for now, just because it's off strategy but good utility. And then
choose target creature you lose 2 life.
The fight that returns Malakir. Malak. It's close.
Agadeem's Awakening. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have different converted mana costs. We could probably do Agadeem's Awakening, even though it's pretty good.
Yeah, if we want to cut one for sure. We've got cards like Incarnation Technique and Breach the Multiverse and Reanimate for our return. Oh, also Rise of the Witch King. So we've got 4 reanimation spells in here. Agadeem's is just one that can enter untapped. It, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
it's a big game ender.
5 or less. I mean, there's like a decent amount of stuff in here that's 5 or less.
Mm-hmm. Let's sort by sorcery. Let's look at sorceries. Sure.
Yeah, that's what we got up right here. Here, let me Boom.
Okay.
So we got reanimation, ramp, dredge, which is graveyard fill, ramp, return. We can go sideboard with Agadeems. Balaged, always going to enter tapped. Returning a card straight up. Maybe. Bridgeworks Battle is good. Buried Alive seems very good. Surveil 2, draw 2, lose 2 feels good in this deck a lot. See the Phyrexian Dreadnought, dump it in, draw the next 2, you know? Genesis seems good to me. Return, ramp, return. Yeah, Rise of the Witch King is insane in here. Everybody sacks a creature, and if you sacked a creature, you return a permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It can be anything.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, there's going to be a time where that's like a free Great Henge.
Yep.
For sacrificing like a token or something. I mean, honestly, we're only 4 cards down here. It is a lot of sorcery still.
I do like Tainted Strike because Tainted Strike is just like,
yeah, good win con.
Kill somebody.
Sure.
It's fun.
I don't know about that word used to describe it, but I do think it's a really strong win con in here. Plus, like, flavorful. It's literally got black ooze all over the hands of this creature here. I think that's Phyrexian Oil, but we're gonna pretend that it's Symbiote. All right, so 5 cuts, chat. That's where we're at. Let's look at our artifacts. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. That could be low stakes, but that could add up. Ozolith seems no-brainer in here. Agathis seems no-brainer in here. This is any graveyard, right? Oh, yeah. Seems no-brainer. Altar of Dementia, Jake. The way I think this works best is like responding to Venom getting destroyed. You have no other response. Fine. I'll sack Venom on the altar and you mill 10 cards.
Is altar target player?
Yeah, it is target player.
Yeah, that's definitely worth running. 100%.
Broodheart, I think, comes down. Beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1. I like the idea of that, but with the other stuff we've got in here now, it's starting to feel like small beans.
Oh, yeah, that can go. That can go.
This automatically copies the activated ability without any other mana involvement, so 5 mana total to get it on and on Venom. That seems good to me.
It's a little expensive at 5 mana. I mean, it's having not like equip for 3.
Yeah, it's not a no-brainer for sure, but
yeah,
copying that ability should pay dividends. Like the first activation of that.
Yeah, I think so. Is Sword of Body and Mind a meme, or do we like it?
I mean, this just fuels us so hard. It's such a chunk. You attack the creature player who's got green anyway, who you're going to use the protection from green against to get through. Like that player is going to fuel you. Mesmeric is a yes. Mindcrank is a yes. Oh yeah, dude. That's a definite yes. Ozolith adds an extra. Is this one a little low impact? Whenever 1 or more, put 1 more on it. And you can pay 2 to put a counter on something.
Yeah, maybe that can go. I think
Protection
maybe that can
from
go.
green keeps you from targeting that creature with venom. Interesting. That's not going to work then. That's a good note. Because it does say on target symbiote, so he wouldn't even be able to target himself.
Yeah, that needs to go.
That seems not good. This to me
needs to go, sadly.
Can we discuss if Ozolith the Shattered Spire is too low impact for our build here? Crucible of Worlds seems good. I'm a big fan of Palantir of Orthanc. I think that this is very good. This is starting to seem slow to me. It's basically only giving us a 1 mana reduction anyway from just activating it a second time.
Lithoform, that can go. Yeah.
And then
If
Great
we have
Hinge
to
is a
make
no-brainer.
cuts, that can go. Yeah.
Okay, let's leave it for now. We won't cut the other Ozolith for now. We're at 102 and we haven't even looked at creatures yet. We haven't looked at any. We've only looked at sorceries in that. Innkeepers. Permanents you control counters on them have ward 1 if one or more put twice. And it grows a thing passively.
Dolmen Gate. I mean, Dolmen Gate is just like generically good. I don't know if it's worth running. I mean, we do want to be swinging with our creatures.
Yeah. I'd rather run stuff that's more impactful with our overall strategy.
Nicholas,
Innkeepers.
do you not like Doubling Season? Doubling Season, I think, feels good because we're gonna go all in on having Venom out. So I feel like,
look, we're MTG boomers. It's going to be hard to convince us that Doubling Season isn't a good card anymore. You can fight that fight if you want, and I understand why you would want to fight that fight. But we're MTG boomers, y'all. That card is always going to be a monster to us.
Hunter's Bow to protect Venom. Let's see this card.
I think Innkeeper's talent. I think it's fine. Ripples is fine. Binding. This seems low impact. Black Market Connection seems good. Branching Evolution, yes, that, and then yeah.
Ooh, do we like Hunter's Bow? When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature control. That creature deals damage equal its power to up to 1 target creature you don't control. And now equipped creature has reach and ward 2. Equip of 1.
I like
Pretty
that.
strong. I do too. It's a fight, and then you also give Venom ward, and
it's not
we can move it around for an equip of 1.
That's a
or
one-sided.
It's a one-sided fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
That's cool removal.
Yeah.
Good find, chat. Okay, so I think the enchantments are cut down. Innkeeper's Talent, Ripples of Undeath, Black Market Connections, Branching Evolution, and Doubling Season. That feels good to me. Those are all pretty undeniable. Only artifact I'm still questioning is Ozolith. Everything else to me looks undeniable. Instance.
Ooh, do we like Battle Horns in here? Equipped creature has trample and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature.
Vorak
What do we
again.
think of? Yeah, do we like that?
I mean, it's any of these
good.
menace
Just like
commanders.
generic good, right?
Yeah.
Trample and Venom does seem good.
Well, it doesn't.
Wait, because he
it's
already
irrelevant.
has menace.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I think that.
It's like unblockable.
Yeah, I mean, any commander that's got menace, this is automatically going to be a potential candidate for. There might be like, we're dumping stuff into our graveyard. Is there any stuff that, like I was going to say Wonder. This isn't a blue deck. Like Brawn.
Yeah. Brawn is good.
Stuff that's going to get milled that's going to give him trample. I agree trample would be dope. Vorak Battle Horns will definitely put in the sideboard, I think. It's just like, I see it. I'm always resistant to cards where I'm like, oh yeah, every deck that the commander is menace. But potentially, for sure. Malakir returns it. Silk Guard protects it with hexproof. Tainted Strike is a win con. Veil of Summer is specific hexproof, blue and black. We miss white here. And red for like Chaos Warp. And that's it.
Yeah, like part of me is like, I almost just want to run a Snakeskin Veil over this, right?
100%. 100%.
Or just like anything that's going to give hexproof until end of turn. You could just run Vines of the Vastwood.
Let's see what the current best one. Tamio Safekeeping. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 2 life.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Here, Tyvar's Last Stand. We don't need the life gain. Target creature you control gets +X/+X and gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Boom.
Yeah, Blossoming Defense is good too. That's an old one from Kaladesh. Yeah, it's good.
Ooh, Legolas's quick reflexes. Untap. It's got split second, instant. Untap target creature until end of turn. It gains hexproof, reach, and whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals damage equal to its power to up to one target creature. So it's like
that's very good.
You can use it any way you want, as defense, as removal, as surprise kill on a flyer. Those are
Trust
cool.
me, what's going on? Good to see you.
Okay, chat. Do we have at instant speed? We've got 1, 2, 3. Inspiring Call is probably low here now, with quick reflexes, Silk Guard, and Tyvar's Stand.
Yeah, that can go. That can go. That's pretty mid.
Heroic Intervention, Fell the Profane, and Price of Fame included here over a card like a regular destroy spell, just because it's got Surveil too. Sure. Let's look at the sorceries. We've looked at the sorceries. Let's look at the creatures. And surely there's one creature in here. Legolas won't. Oh, it does have vigilance. Good catch, Ben. Thank you, Michael. I see y'all now. Thank you. That's a good point. That is a really good point. Was not thinking about that. Goodbye. I had to take out quick reflexes. Chat pointed out it does have vigilance, so it's never going to tap to be able to shoot something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Changeling Outcast is a symbiote we can dump counters on. Deathrite Shaman is good. Molt Tender also seems good. Phyrexian Dreadnought, very good. Stitcher Supplier. This one it's letting us play with our graveyard to exile artifacts and enchantments, and it's a symbiote. It's a regenerating symbiote. This is a symbiote that... No, this one actually sucks in here. Because it's looking for more creatures of the chosen type to enter. It gets an additional +1/+1 counter. That's not good. Not worth it for us. Glowing one. So I put these in here to look at rad counters, Jake. Death Touching 2/2. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they get 4 rad counters. Chat, what do we think of using rad counters in a build like this?
I mean, it works with the strategy a little bit.
At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, if you have any rad counters, mill that many cards. For each non-land, you lose a life and a rad counter. So it's gonna keep going until it like hits potential targets for us. I don't know if I
say the deck doing too many things. Is that what you're saying? Already doing too many things, do you think?
I don't think that this one is particularly good. But I do think that Infesting Radroach, it's got flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, they get that many rad counters. And whenever an opponent mills, which we're going to be doing, if it's in your graveyard and you can return it to your hand. I mean, God, if it had Changeling or if it was a symbiote, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. Nyx Weaver, milling things at the beginning of every upkeep. Ramanop is just another version of Crucible. Dredge on a creature that's got Death Touch. It's a symbiote with Death Touch. This is a symbiote that returns a creature. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't see this one. Tree of Perdition. So we will get 13 counters if we remove it from a graveyard. And we can nuke somebody's life total. I don't hate that.
It's pretty good.
Search your library for a card, put it in the graveyard. Not bad. One or more cards leave your graveyard. You can exile it. You can create a 1/1, then put a number of 1/1s on it equal to the greatest mana value among those cards. Huh. Interesting. A symbiote that gets all the abilities of all the stuff in all graveyards. Surveil Machine, a Dredge Machine.
Yeah, maybe we do get both big trees.
I think Lord of Extinction. If we want to run a card like this, there's stuff like Mortivore that I think is better. I mean, it'll be a big fat fatty if we can give it trample or some kind of avoidance, but at the end of the day, this
what is it? Tree of Life, or what is it called? What is that other tree?
What's the big butt tree called, Shannon?
Tree of what?
I like that
Tree of Redemption. Shannon. That's what it is. Redemption.
Jake, I think Lord of Extinction needs to go to the sideboard.
That's fine.
I like
Or it can be
Sepulchral.
cut.
I like Galta. I like Godzilla. And I like Titanoth.
Mm-hmm.
Move to sideboard. Okay, Chatsky. Tree of Redemption. Chat, this deck's at 99. We need one more card.
How about a removal?
Oh, yeah, dude. Sort EDH rec minus type land. Let's just see what non-land cards in order of playability. Do we have a Soul Ring in this deck? No.
That.
There we go. Soul Ring.
Yay.
Probably.
We did it.
I mean, Arcane Signet, Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves all have arguments here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the deck is actually at 103. Oh my god, does Stick Fingers go in here? Do we have to put it in there for the memes?
The thing is there's so many cards and there's so many different ways.
Oh yeah. We need 2 cuts. Let's just run one of the boots. We'll run Greaves over Swiftfoots. What do you think? No, we should run Swiftfoots because Shroud would block our Venom ability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna run Swiftfoots. And then we need one more cut. Instance.
It's got to.
Back to Ozolith Shattered Spire. Adds 1 additional, and then you can activate it 1 at a time to put 1 counter at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Move to sideboard. Boom. 100.
Boom.
There's a first take on a Venom deck.
It's pretty good. I like it. The stuff that I'm the most excited about are the big cyclers and stuff like Phyrexian Dreadnought. It's really fun to me.
All right. Wow. This is an opening hand for the ages. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Verdant Catacombs comes in and we go get our shuffle land. We draw a card. Play this. Go get another land and play 3 visits, and we'll get
Let me ask you this, chat. Do we like LED in this? Just turn 1 LED with a land, play Venom, and then start scavenging away. Like, I believe like the best turn 1 hand with this is land LED, play Venom, have a Phyrexian Dreadnought that you're able to discard, and then when you get to your next turn, you scavenge away. Oh, well, no, you would need mana in order to do it, but no, never mind.
next turn.
No, LED in winter is really good.
Bog Ripples. Or we could have gone Forest and Venom. Little early for Venom feels like, but also not terrible, especially if we just want to, like this turn Venom and we are not untapped for Silk Guard, or we wait till next turn Venom and we are also untapped on 1 green for Silk Guard. Oh, we do need to modify Venom up first for Silk Guard. That's worth noting. I mean,
we probably want 6 in here too. 6 is really good.
Let's get another opening hand here. Mortuary comes in and we look at the top. We'll just keep that on top for now, because boom, that can enter tapped. Or we go like Rogue's Passage instead of it and go Innkeepers. Next turn, Tomb. Probably Dire Side at this point. Surveil 2. That can stay on top. We could go ahead and put that in the... Oh, no, that's something to do early. It's actually really good to see that early. So, boom, we'll leave both of those on top. Draw 2. Lose 2. Next turn. Undergrowth. There's our Sky Shroud, and we're off to the races at that point. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. It plays like a green-black graveyard deck. With some Venom tricks on the back end.
Go graveyard with it. That's what it does. You know,
yeah, for sure.
Venom's a scoos, so...
That's our Venom deck. Let's take a look at Sensational Spider-Man here. See how far we can get in this one today. Let's take a look at Sensational Spider-Man. 1 blue, 1 white, 1 other. Whenever Sensational Spider-Man attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and put a stun counter on it. Feels like we want haste, for sure. Many ways as we can get that. Then you may remove up to 3 stun counters from among all permanents. Draw cards equal to the number of stun counters removed this way. So if we're just able to remove stun counters straight up, I feel like we should search up the cards that put stun counters on there for us. Gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control this. The ring tempts you. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Put a stun counter on each of them and draw a card for each tapped creature target opponent controls. That sounds great. Mjolnir? Oh my god. Jake, whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and put a stun counter on it. Spider-Man is worthy, dude. When Fear of Sleep Paralysis or another enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. Oh, whoa. Stun counters can't be removed from permanents your opponents control.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bro, Fear of Sleep Paralysis gives us the ability to just web up our enemies completely.
That's pretty sweet.
When Monstrosity of the Lake enters the battlefield for which you've already paid 5, you can pay another 5. And if you do, tap all creatures your opponents control, then put a stun counter on each of those creatures. Oh, this card's cool, man. It's got island cycling. So early, it's an island cycler. Mid-game, it's a 4/6 with nothing else, so that kind of sucks. But then late game, it's a 4/6 for 10 that taps all your opponent's creatures and puts stun counters on them.
Oh, here, before we dig into this, can we do lands first and just knock out our 36 lands? I think that would be... Hold on.
Sure. It's Spec and Blight are pointing this out. It says just can't be removed. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I glanced at that and thought it said by your opponents. It says can't be removed from permanents your opponents control, period. Fear of Sleep Paralysis is Mysterio in this case and tricked me and ruined the plan. It's got to go away. Type.
That's true.
Lands, sort, EDH rec.
Yeah, we'll just add the packages like you did.
Command Tower.
I'm gonna start putting in
Tower.
basic shit like swords.
What's creature type on Spidey? Spider, human, hero. We could maybe look at some other humans. Rogue's Passage. Misty. Polluted. Marsh. We're just going to build this the same way, chat, where we're putting in the fetches that can be put into this deck. Fetches don't inherently have a color identity. And so if they have at least a color you can search for, or a type you can search for.
What's the white gift card that came out of Bloomborough? Gift a card, and what does it do?
Oh, the removal spell that's also a flicker spell?
Yes.
I forget what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Something gift. Dawn's something.
Swarmyard regenerates Spidey? Oh my god, yes. That is hilarious. Oh, Proliferate. Karn's Bastion works in both decks.
Parting Gust.
Oh, wow, y'all. Proliferate. Hang on. I just kind of got... My Spidey sense is tingling. I didn't even think about Proliferate with this deck, Jake. We can just be dumping stun counters on. Just... Oh my god, dude.
So, like, steady progress.
Anything that says...
Steady progress, draw a card, proliferate for 3.
Oh my god,
we like
yes.
that, yeah.
100%. We love that.
Thrumming Bird.
Yes. I would honestly say any Proliferate stuff, bro. Like Dreamtide Whale. That one, put it in the first version. It gets I don't know how much good Proliferate stuff there is out there now. I don't know if that one has finally been pushed off the list because that's such like a us boomer Proliferate card.
But
Contagion
it says
class
twice.
Yeah, I know. Dreamtide Whale for sure. Dawn's Truce is protection. That's right. Tezzeret's Gambit. There you go. Now we're talking.
All right, we already got lands in here. Okay, sick. Lands 20. Okay, so I'm gonna put in 8 islands and 8 plains for now.
Yep, I'm looking at MDFCs as we are chatting. I love that. I love that. I love that. Don't love any of the rest of these. Nope. Okay, so where are we at with lands?
I'm about to be done with them. Give me just a second here. We're gonna have 36.
Thank you, King Slow. Or if it's rivals, it's don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
That sounded good.
And then in the background, it's like fantastic. Up,
Oh, thank you, Dawn's Truce. That's what I was looking for. I appreciate you.
Oh, nice, perfect. You already put Swords and Path in here. Stroke, study. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look up. Proliferate, sort, date.
We just put in Teferi's Protection, right?
Yes, please.
Always.
Noted. That's not a game changer, right? Noted non-game changer. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate. That seems really good. Ripples of Potential. We're not putting counters on there, though. Staff of Completion seems interesting.
So we're not going to add Cyclonic Rift, right?
I personally don't want to, but
should we
if you
do
want
Aetherized?
to, let's do it.
What's the 5-cost one that returns? Hold on. There's some good alternates to Cyclonic Rift.
Okay. Sort, EDH rec, minus, type, land. I'm gonna add the normal stuff in here. Soul Ring and Sheesh.
So we could do River's Rebuke. We could do Devastation Tide, Displacement Wave, Aether Gale. Any of these are going to be good. Evacuation, Ether Spouts. So let's do River's Rebuke. That seems fun and kind of accomplishes what Psych Rift does.
Surely. I want to go look at EDH Rec. What is the name of that commander? It's a 2-color commander, a Zorius commander. I'm going to have a better time on Scryfall. Is Commander O tapped? Nope, that's not going to work. Sort date.
Ooh, Aether Spouts? Yeah, I like Aether Spouts.
Blue-white.
Yeah, for each attacking creature, its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their owner's library. Aether Spouts is so good.
Hilda of the Icy Crown. We're going to look up.
There we go.
Hilda of the Icy Crown, because these builds are going to be very similar, and somebody's going to already have found a lot of the sweet tech. Ice energy cards. That's what I'm talking about right there. Boom, 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 baby. Boom, boom, boom. All right, back to deck list. Let's zoom this out a little bit. 66, and we are good on lands. Oh yeah, dude. Holy, we got so much room here. This is awesome. Summon Shiva.
Creatures.
Bro, we can summon Shiva. Is it not finding it? Oh, maybe I got to put a space. There we go. Chapters 1 and 2, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Chapter 3, draw a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. I don't know if it's going to make the game, make the deck event immediately. Eventually. Oh, wow, dude. Stall out. Cycles or tap target creature, then put 3 stun counters on it. That's removal in this. Oh, dude, Jake, anything that says it's less if it targets a tapped permanent is going to be huge here, because our opponent's stuff is basically always going to be tapped down. Rides
yeah,
End.
That's good.
Hilda. And just put both of these things in here. Ooh, Charade. When Charade of Numbing Depths enters the battlefield... There we go, chat. Can you see that better? Yeah. When Charade of the Numbing Depths enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Whenever you tap one or more untapped creatures your opponents control, draw a card once per turn. Oh, dude. Verity Circle. There was a Spirit Partner deck back in the day that was basically a version of this. Verity Circle. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it wasn't declared as an attacker, you can draw a card.
Mm-hmm. Now we're cooking.
Oh, dude, here we go. We don't have to run Cyclonic Rift, Jake, because we can run Bluster Squall.
Yeah.
Tap target creature you don't control for 1 mana instant speed or 4 mana overload. Tap each creature you don't control.
Ooh, that's
split
good.
up is huge here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, dude. Great. Great. Great.
Hilda's Crown of Winter for sure.
Got
Ramlap,
it.
thank you for the $2.
Yep. Already put it in there. Oh, Dream Shacklegeist. Bro, this deck is going to be so annoying to play against. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1. Tap target creature or target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
Jeez. Ramlap goes, thank God.
Timon and Rhoda. This was the deck, chat. Back in the day. Timon, Youthful Geist. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer. At the beginning of each combat, tap up to 1 creature. And then it partners with Rhoda, which means you can go get it from your library if you play one or the other. Rhoda says 4 mana, Vigilant, 3/3 human. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't being declared as an attacker, put a +1/+1 counter on Rhoda.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to
That's
borrowing 1,000 or 100,000 arrows? We definitely are. Borrowing 100,000 arrows.
Doesn't look like borrowing as much as it looks like staving off in the art. Maybe that's the point. Is it's supposed to be like a
sleep is as good as board wipe here. Tap all creatures target player controls. Those creatures don't untap during that player's next untap step. Ooh, Sunblast. Angel.
Thought Weft Gambit.
Thought Weft. Tap all creatures your opponents control and untap all creatures you control. Instant speed, too.
6 cost, but seems good.
It's chonky. We'll get back around to it.
Sunblast Angel? Do we Sunblast Angel?
100%. Already in there.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing that. Whenever Ice Wrought Sentry attacks, you can pay 2. If you do, tap target creature and opponent controls. Whenever you tap an untapped creature and opponent controls, Ice Wrought Sentry gets +2/+1 until end of turn. That's interesting. Like, it does stack.
Mm-hmm.
Utility artifacts. I mean, we probably just run Icy Manipulator, right? With all of this stuff looking for things to be tapped.
Probably.
Like,
I think so.
Once you resolve it, it's insane. Sucks to cast at 4, but 1 is a gorgeous cost for activation.
Well, hold on for just a second. Because Spider-Man reads, whenever Sensational Spider-Man attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and put a stun counter on it. Then you may remove up to 3 stun counters from among permanents. Draw cards equal to the number of stun counters removed this way. So when we tap stuff down, we're not putting stun counters on it, but we don't care about that, right?
It's
like
going to be
Spider-Man
kind of like,
attacks,
yeah, it's a balance of the two things. We definitely want stun counters, and it brings me back to, I do need to go and finish. We can explore the stun counter stuff. We didn't go very far down.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, our main thing is we want to get stun counters on to draw cards. But any of our tapping synergies are all going to intermix really well together and give us payoffs. You know, we've got stuff like Verity Circle where if it gets tapped anyway, that's not them declaring it as an attacker, we get to draw a card. And so when all those things start stacking on top of each other, I think these sorts of synergies are just where we want to live.
Then I guess we want to fill out our creatures because we're super thin on creatures.
Okay, let's go stun counter, sort EDH rec type creature and see what we get. Anything that's putting stun counters. Watcher in the Water enters the battlefield with 9 stun counters on it. Whenever you draw a card during an opponent's turn, create a 1/1, and whenever a tentacle dies, untap a Kraken and put a stun counter on up to 1 target non-land permanent.
That thing's scary looking.
Yeah, Watcher in the Water's pretty mean.
That looks scary.
Oh, this is great. Splash Lasher. 4 mana with a 2 mana offspring. When this creature enters, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. And it scales up.
And it has offspring.
Yep.
It's good. Yeah.
Whenever a land you control enters, tap target creature and opponent control and put a stun counter on it. Ooh, baby.
I like that Flood Pits Drowner.
Yes.
2 cost 2/1 Flash Vigilance.
That is great, dude. It does a lot. Chumps for us nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Zygon Infiltrator, bro. Did you ever think you were going to get to run a creature that looks like that? Is that your senior picture?
It's something. It's definitely something.
I want to know what these connect to.
I don't. Oh God.
What are these for?
I do not want to know.
And if you
I'm
say
sure there's
reproduction,
something in
I'm
the
out of
Doctor-
here.
The Doctor Who lore that I'm sure tells us somewhere.
Ooh, Shannon,
what
doubling spiders triggers, that would be good. We love that. Are all of the like doubling combat triggers in Mardu? Or do we have anything in Azorius we can use? Bro, Zygon Infiltrator though, 3 mana, tap another creature, put a stun counter on it, becomes a copy of it. Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you
It
cast
seems
your
like
second
you want-
spell each turn, choose target creature and opponent controls. If it's tapped, put a stun counter on it. Otherwise, tap it. Bro, we can drop another stun counter on top of something that Spidey already stunned up, just to be able to remove counters and draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an enters ability with Spidey? Do we have or is it just attack? Whenever he attacks. So flickering sensational is not going to really do us any good. I was like, maybe we can make this a blink deck. Because a lot of these cards, like Referee Squad, 3 mana.
I think we like Sleep Curse Fairy is pretty good. Fear of Immobility up to no.
Just a little chunky. We're getting down pretty low on the stun counter stuff right now. At least on the
there's
EDH
just
track.
not a lot of it.
Well, the other
I would
way,
imagine
it's
we're going to
fairly
get a
new.
bunch of new stun stuff when Spider-Man comes out.
The thing is like you want to sort by date, chat, and this is like a general note for when you're building, especially with Scryfall, which Moxfield is powered by Scryfall for their search. You're going to want to sort by date because a lot of these mechanics get a lot of love, but they've only gotten love in the last year or last few years, I'll say. And so when you compare that and you sort EDH rec, it's going to show you the most built cards, and it's going to give you a good idea of like what cards you absolutely need to include. But it's going to leave out stuff that was printed in the last like year, maybe, unless it was just insane, that could still play with your synergy. So what I like to do, and you can kind of see it right here, stun, counter, sort, date, instead of sort EDH rec, which shows us the rankings for them. We're going to sort date, and we're going to say minus is reprint, because we don't want any of these cards. We want them literally sorted by date in the order they were printed backwards, is essentially what you want.
Wicked smat. Real smat. Yep.
So like can't be blocked, enters, tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. It's not terrible. We got Spidey there, obviously. We're actually seeing a lot, Jake. Petrifying Meddler is fine here.
Whenever you cast this spell. So that's cool on the cast, but it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, and it just ends up with a 4/5.
Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, target creature and choose target creature and opponent controls. If it's tapped, put a stun counter on it. Otherwise, tap it.
It's good.
So that's interesting.
It's good. That definitely makes the list. Okay, so I think we actually got it. We sorted EDH rec and we sorted date without reprints. What does Invasion of Kamigawa do? When the siege enters, tap target artifact or creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. And if you attack it down, deals combat damage to a player or battle, draw a card. Seems mid.
Drawing on damage is good, but yeah.
It's a lot of work to get to a 2/3 flyer.
Yes. 2/3 flyer that's just gonna like get blocked by anything, die to anything. Yeah.
No, I'm good. Okay, so let's copy the triggers here. Trigger copy sort EDH rec. Copy target triggered ability you control with Strionic Resonator. Seems solid. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes no. This is whenever an opponent, no, whenever you cast. Yeah, that's not what we want. Whenever you cast something, whenever a creature entering the battlefield under an opponent's control causes a triggered ability. Copy and activate a triggered ability from another legendary source that's not a commander. That doesn't work for us. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Oh, we're in blue, y'all. How about we get multiversal? Create, copy, legendary. Hopefully that'll find stuff that's like not. Yes, dude. Here we go. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except the token has flying and it isn't legendary if that creature is legendary. Boom. Quantum misalignment. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it isn't legendary and it has rebound. We don't have to copy we don't have to copy the triggers if we just pull in Spider-Mans from other multiverses, y'all. This is also flavorful.
Jeffrey, thank you for the $5. Says, my question is, why haven't we gotten spoilers of every set except the next set? We know 6 cards from the Dragon set. Makes me sad, excited for Dragons. Well, we'll get them. But yeah, we're in a perpetual FOMO season where we're learning about Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, and Dragonstorm. So
they just announced that the Dragonstorm debut stream is going to be on March 18th. So that is when Tarkir Dragonstorm is going to start in earnest. And so my advice would be enjoy Innistrad Remastered and Aether Drift for another week or so and get out of those sets everything else you wanted, you know, as far as experience, playtime, builds, buying cards, whatever. And then 2 weeks from today, we'll be here talking about Dragonstorm, and that's all we'll focus on for 2 or 3 weeks.
Aether Drift has came and gone as fast as all of those vehicles that are in it. It is
that's how
out of sight, out of mind. Yep.
All right, so I really like copying our thing, except it's not a legend. What is Spark Double? Yes, dude. Are there any more of these, chat? Any other Spark Double / Irenicus's Vile Duplication / Quantum Misalignments? Sakashima, thank you.
I do love Key to the Vault. Key to the Vault is good. Bro,
we have got so many multiversal Spider-Mans.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. 2 Sakashimas? Comes into play, you may choose a creature in play. Oh, except its name is still Sakashima. So does this work, chat? This is kind of a weird one here, but Sakashima the Imposter says you may choose a creature in play. If you do, Sakashima comes into play as a copy of that creature, except its name is still Sakashima the Imposter. So if this says whenever Sensational Spider-Man attacks, is that going to be a problem? Or does the card recognize that it has been changed and still believes that its name is both Sensational Spider-Man and Sakashima? That works? Okay. I'm in on Sakashima the Imposter.
That works. Yeah.
I'm in. Multiversal Spider-Man. Those would be so tight. All of these cards, Jake, Sakashima, both Sakashimas, Irenicus's, Quantum, to go get altered into like a different multiversal Spider-Man. Get a token Spider-Man maybe. That is a different multiversal Spider-Man. That's kind of cool. I want to see what some of these cards are. Auton Soldier. People have recommended this one. You may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it isn't legendary, and it's an artifact and it has Myriad. Oh my god. We can have Spider-Man's splitting out of this. I got Quantum Misalignment Nano Gene conversion. Oh, when a card references its own name, it just says this card. It doesn't care about the specific words. Myriad won't get you the attack triggers, though. Okay, so maybe that's one of the cuts. I still like that it copies. 6 is a little high. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn, except it isn't legendary. Oh my god, dude. We are Spider-Man.
We are Spider-Man.
We're at 98. We've got 38 lands. We're good there. 23 creatures. We're good there. We're a little heavy on instants, but I'm never going to be too sad about being heavy on instants. Targets.
That was like a speed build. We built
tapped.
this one quick.
Oh, dude, we slammed through it. This is just the Clone Saga from the comics. That's all we're doing, man. Sort. EDH Rec. All right, which is going to be the... Destroy. I need exile. Destroy. Exile. Here we go. Boom. 3 less to cast. So this would be 3 for exile target creature against a tap thing. Probably just want to run. I thought there was going to be more of these. I remembered more of these in limited chat.
I'm trying to look.
Exile for 3. Exile target creature, no other things for 3. That's not terrible. I'm not really in love with all these other. Yeah, let's look at Kitnap. A bunch of people have said this. Enchant creature when it enters tap, enchanted creature. If it wasn't promised, put 3 stun counters on it. Nice. So we're either dumping counters on it.
Yeah.
And we can remove them from our own stuff. Remove up to 3 stun counters from among all permanents. Yes, there you go. There's 100, chat. Version 1 of Spider-Man done. Curve looks...
And you can find both of these on our Mox Fields. Make sure to follow us on Mox Field, and you can go over there and take a look at the decks that we built today.
I'll throw these up right there. Chat, if you're watching this on your TV or computer after the fact right now, you can scan this QR code on the screen and go get the sensational Spider-Man deck. We'll also drop these links in chat. And then for Venom, there's that one. Chat, there's the links. Y'all follow us on Moxfield. Please and thank you. Right now, the Venom deck QR code is on the screen if you want to scan this now. Big thanks to our sponsor, Moxfield. Moxfield's the best website, y'all. It's so good. And they add features like daily. It's insane how much work they do on this website. They love this thing.
Put the brackets in there on day 1. So
yeah, dude, everything
I know a lot
is
of
so
folks
good.
did, but still pretty cool.
Still. There's the Venom QR code. Link is in chat. I'm going to go back to Sensational Spider-Man just one more time. That link is in chat. Go leave some comments on these. Let us know what you think of these builds. Our Spider-Man build is actually at 102.
Oh, no.
So let's put Shiva in the sideboard just because it's not even out yet, even though Spider-Man's not out yet.
And then how many lands do we have with all these MDFCs?
43 total.
Oh, we can definitely cut like
a basic. We'll just, what is our mana? Look at how heavy blue we are. 69% nice of all of our symbols are blue. We have barely any white. That's so funny. So we'll just cut.
Jeffrey, congratulations on getting it all cataloged in.
Cut 1 planes for now. There you go. Chat, that's version 1.
That is version 1. I think what we would do is go in there and refine that land base a little bit, bring those lands down with all those MDFCs, and then we'd be able to get a couple more cards in.
Tighten up. Some of the cards. Alt-Weft Gambit. Running cards like this, I really love the idea of it. I think it's cute as hell. Especially I like Ride's End because it does say exile and it's 2 mana instant speed reduced for tapped stuff, which is going to always be the case. But if you're running cute stuff like this, you just have to think, am I already covered by my path, by my swords, by my counterspell, by the basic stuff that you're going to be running anyway?
Right.
It's worth keeping in mind. And so that's where like the next cleanup of this would be, is going through and making sure that these cards we suspected are good, making sure there's not like a word we missed. Y'all saw us do that multiple times on the stream. Something that makes any of these bad, that would kind of be the next push there. But anyway, chat, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us on a Tuesday. We'll be back next.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Tuesday. It'll be an in-between week. It'll be another week. Maybe we'll build some decks. Maybe we'll play some games. Maybe we'll figure something out. I'm sure there'll be some announcement next week that we can talk about. But right now we are all steam forward We are all engines ahead on Tarkir, aimed at that. For 2 Tuesdays from now, we'll be back live for the big reveal of that. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, man, this has been fun. We appreciate you so much. Big thank you to all of our channel sponsors, Card Conduit for selling your cards quickly and easily on the internet, Dragon Shield for protecting your cards, getting deck boxes. There's also playmats and all sorts of stuff over at Dragon Shield that you might not know about. Go check them out. TCG Player, where you go to buy your cards, and then obviously Moxfield, which we use today. You can find links to save and affiliate links and stuff in the description of the video. Go there, use those things, help out the channel. We appreciate y'all so much.
Y'all have a good rest of your day. Talk to you soon.